is important for our social lives. According to Arnett and Maynard, using the term gender refers to cultural categories such as male and female, which are the results of cultural and social beliefs, influences, and perceptions. The fact that girls are associated with having longer hair than boys is a culturally accepted gender difference. We depend heavily on our culture, peers, parents, and society itself to guide and tell us what is and is not appropriate or acceptable behavior for the given gender. Gender identity is part of self-development and begins formation in toddlerhood. Between 18 to 30 months, children first identify themselves as male or female. At age 2, they begin to apply gender terms like boy, girl, man, or woman to others. By age 3, children will start to associate different things with either male or female, such as toys, games, clothes, colors, or even occupations. They rely on outer appearance or knowledge of gender-appropriate schemas. For instance, if they see someone playing too rough with cars or even someone with facial hair, they will automatically label that individual as a male. If they see an individual with long hair, painted fingernails, or playing with dolls, they would automatically label that individual as a female. They may be adamant about maintaining these roles or beliefs for themselves because they believe changing external features like clothing or hairstyles could mean they've changed their own gender as well. They do not understand that maleness or femaleness are biological and cannot be changed so easily until about their age of 6 or 7. Parents play a vital role in communicating gender expectations in early childhood. They start by decorating the child's nursery in gender-specific clothes, colors, or themes. They give the child names that are distinctly male or female, dress boys and girls differently, buy gender-specific toys, and show approval or disapproval when a child's behavior reflects or violates their gender expectations. Toys for boys include guns, cars, and balls for sports, which reflect the belief and expectation that boys will and should be active, aggressive, and competitive. These also reflect parents' ideas of appropriate jobs for their son's future. Boys are seen to be future sports players, policemen, or even mechanics. Toys for girls include dolls, jewelry, or playhouses, which not only reflect the expectations and beliefs that girls will and should be nurturing, cooperative, and attractive in appearance, but also reinforces the idea that girls are to be housewives, maintaining the home and tending to the children, and remain beautiful and obedient to their husbands, like trophy wives. Parents are the first deliverants of gender socialization. They will communicate gender expectations to their children, such as telling their son, "Stop crying like a girl," or even telling their daughters, "Girls don't act like that." Parents' own behaviors, languages, and appearances model how females and males are supposed to be different in their own culture. Fathers are especially important to gender socialization, as they tend to be more insistent about conforming to gender roles than mothers are. They are adamant that their sons are tough and strong, and that their girls are modest and not play rough and tumble games. As a result of gender socialization, children learn to use gender schemas as a way to understand and interpret the world around them. For example, they associate blue with boys or pink with girls. Boys tend to do things they feel are more boys' things, avoiding things girls are supposed to do, and vice versa. For instance, girls are more likely to join the dance squad or cheerleading, while boys are more likely to join woodshop or auto mechanics club. During middle childhood, boys learn to do what men do, and girls tend to learn what women do. Peers reinforce their gender schemas and appropriate gender behaviors with each other. Boys increasingly describe themselves in terms of masculine traits because their peers become increasingly intolerant of any activity that threatens their masculinity. Boys are more likely to avoid any activity that might be considered feminine. Their greatest fear is to violate gender roles. Being called a girl or a wuss is the biggest insult in the world. Boys are often ostracized if they do not conform to gender-appropriate behaviors. They are rejected by their peers. This can lead to the rise of bullying. It is a vicious cycle. Boys who are rejected because of their lack of conformity are bullied and may also become a bully themselves. They are bullied by peers of higher status and turn around and bully those of lower status than themselves. They often do not have many friends, which means no allies to stick up for them when bullying happens. Victims of bullying are more likely to be depressed and lonely. They may be more sensitive and cry in response to bullying, which are the very characteristics bullies look for when finding a victim. development and conformity is an important aspect for children, especially boys, to develop.